Healthcare clinicians truly want the best for their patients. I believe Dr. Brown did too. I wish that he and other clinicians could regularly perform the fundamental skills that are essential for communicating effectively and for connecting authentically. Relationship-centered communication has the power to reduce suffering for patients and families like mine and to re-engage healthcare clinicians in the true spirit of caring and healing, even when a cure cannot be found. What do we mean by communicating effectively? Often during our workshops, we'll ask people to introduce themselves by sharing something interesting about their name. Our name, the Academy of Communication in Healthcare, ACH, deliberately includes the word communication as a core aspect of not just what we do, but who we are. It is literally our middle name. Admittedly, communication is a complicated word, even within its own discipline of study. Derived from the Latin words communis and communicare, meaning to share and related to the word community, human communication is the use and interpretation of symbols, verbal and nonverbal, to create a shared reality with other people. We deliberately say communication to differentiate our work from technology referred to as communications. Though electronic devices certainly permeate our lives, we focus on immediate interpersonal exchanges rather than those involving organizations or the media. Even with this focus, given the range of symbols in healthcare, jargon, procedures, specialties, stories, and emotion, among many others, health communication is a particularly complex context in which to try to skillfully share meaning with other people. As a reflection of our organizational mission, this book seeks not just to improve communication skills, but through those skills to develop deep and meaningful relationships that facilitate high-quality patient care and renew our joy for caring for others. In this sense, communicating effectively is so much more than the accurate exchange of information. It is about recognizing and strengthening our interconnections as a dynamic, professional system. Extra layers of challenge arise from the understanding that all communication is not only content, the meaning I am trying to share with you, and relationship, who we are to each other, given our individual and common experiences, but also situational context. For example, emergency versus anticipated, electronic versus face-to-face, etc. We believe, however, given the costly, inefficient, and sometimes heartbreaking consequences of not doing so, that deliberate practice and attention to improving our skills is well worth the effort. As a nonprofit organization, our dedication to this effort is long-standing. The ACH originated in 1978 as a task force within the Society of General Internal Medicine. At that time, communication was rarely studied in the healthcare setting. Best practices were born of physicians' individual experiences rather than from evidence-based science. The dearth of information and guidance led many founders of the original task force to do seminal research in this area. Such efforts resulted in the task force becoming an independent organization known as the American Academy on Physician and Patient, AAPP, in 1993. Recognizing the explicit exclusivity of that title and wanting to honor the full scope of systems work we now embrace, members voted in 2006 to change the name to the American Academy on Communication in Healthcare, and more recently to the Academy of Communication in Healthcare. Those name changes support an active expansion of our community by inviting the true diversity of professionals and perspectives involved in healthcare to join our mission. Communication RX covers selected communication scenarios that commonly arise in healthcare. Many others are detailed in